Is a shift happening in the global distribution of power? Good evening, folks, and welcome back to another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, always live with no edits. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button now, as you're going to like what I'm about to say. So, of course, to my left, I have a 1971 Eisenhower piece, and to my right, I have a 2016 Silver Panda. So, generally, I start with my left. Tonight, this evening, let us begin with this piece right here. So, just as the economy of China rises in importance on the global stage, so too does the Chinese Silver Panda. The official silver bullion product of the Chinese Mint, these coins feature new designs every year that attract the eye of collectors around the globe. Silver Pandas were first introduced in 1983 and struck sporadically through 1987. From that point forward, Chinese Panda coins were issued by the government of the People's Republic of China on an annual basis. So, of course, every year. Chinese Pandas are minted each year in both gold and silver and have featured a brand new reverse image of the native panda bear every year with the exception of 2001 and 2002. On the reverse face of the coin is the 2016 panda image to feature in the series. The traditional wall of bamboo is featured in the background, while a lovable panda bear is shown grasping the trunk of a fallen tree. The averse, which actually it's my favorite part of it, features the Temple of Heaven from central Beijing as the heart of the design. Above the design are Chinese characters that translate into English as People's Republic of China. The Chinese Mint is a government-run facility that coordinates with the People's Bank of China to produce bullion, proof, and circulated coinage for the nation, for the country. But I really, really like these pieces, very attractive. I mean, the front and the back. And of course, I want to get more years of these because the designs do change with the exception of 2001 and 2002. Real quick, folks, before I continue, I do want to give a quick shout out to one of my loyal subscribers. And I've shouted them out in the past, but this is Sinking. And this is a comment that they made earlier today. Starting to feel like a lot of these silver channels are losing their focus and going for views more than anything. Clickbaiting, etc. This is my second, maybe third video I've watched of yours in the past week or so. I've very much enjoyed each one. Keep it up. You earned another subscriber. Wow. So there you have it. That's Sinking, a comment from earlier today. So I was a bit mistaken there. I actually thought this was a previous subscriber of mine because of the at name. It was similar, but no, this is Sinking. This is actually a new subscriber of mine, and I love that comment. Yes, I do not post videos to clickbait. I actually talk about the topics in my title. So whatever you see as my title, I will address it as I will address today's title. And to begin with that, I want to start off with the saying that a lot of you may not be familiar with, so listen up. I'll take care of me for you if you'll take care of you for me. The best contribution we can make to one another is our own personal development. What if we become 10 times wiser, 10 times stronger, 10 times better, 10 times more unique? What would that do to our nation? Self-sacrifice earns contempt, but self-development and self-investment earns respect. We need to look after ourselves because the government ain't going to. Most especially, we need to learn how to protect ourselves in markets from the government. It is our very own government that is involved with the destruction of our currency worldwide. Keep stacking and holding onto your gold and silver because the opportunity of a lifetime is already in front of us. I own gold and silver as insurance assets. I'm afraid of a very real circumstance that would take the normal prices of gold and silver in US dollar terms up to unbelievable amounts. I don't own precious metals or cryptocurrency because I'm greedy. I own these things because I'm fearful for the inevitable. It's quite clear that a shift is happening in the global distribution of power. Those who used to control everything, America, are now desperately trying to hold on to the old world order while states that are emerging are having much more say than ever before. You know, nations that you never considered, they have a lot of pull now. They have a lot of leverage. America is doing their best to contain China militarily and depress them economically through sanctions and instructing them how to develop economic policies. However, America is getting further into debt to allocate billions of dollars to fund ongoing foreign wars. Only one group of people is going to get hurt in all of this, the 95%. Because the top 5% are going to get richer and wealthier than ever before. This is not an agenda in favor of the masses. The masses are already getting stiffed. As of right now, the gold-silver ratio is around 80-1. 80 ounces of silver at spot to buy 1 ounce of gold. Eventually, it will be 40-1. What does that mean? Silver is going to double at the very least. And that is why I'm in this game. Yes, I have gold. But for example, I was talking to one of my customers today. He is a multi-millionaire. And when we were talking about gold and silver, he's like, oh yeah, I have gold. Gold's great, you know. But at the end of the day, what has more possibility of massive growth? Silver. Yes, gold's going to continue to go up. But silver is more likely to double, triple, quadruple, and go up from there. It's not far-fetched. And for people to think so, they are immensely mistaken. So yes, folks, let me show you this piece. This is actually an uncirculated 1971 Dwight D. Eisenhower half dollar. Generally, I always have these encapsulated, but I have so many of these now. I've run out of plastics, and I see the hate on here. A lot of you guys don't even like these plastic containers. So yes, I'm touching it without gloves. This is my asset. Let me do as I please. I'm in America. It's a free country, right? So in 1971, the U.S. Treasury made uncirculated and proof versions of the Eisenhower dollar in 40% silver. Just want to flip that over right there. These were the first silver dollars since 1935 or 1964, if you want to count the unissued 1964 peace dollars. I would have loved to own those if they had been issued. These were issued by the U.S. Mint from 1971 to, of course, 1978. These coins depict Dwight D. Eisenhower on the obverse and a stylized image honoring the 1969 Apollo 11 moon mission on the reverse. Both sides were designed by Frank Gasparo, with the reverse based on the mission patch designed by the astronaut Michael Collins. So a lot of history in these. Born in Denison, Texas, in case you didn't know this, he is a Texan, was a Texan, Dwight David Eisenhower, nicknamed Ike. A lot of people to this day will recognize him as Ike. Ike was an American military officer and a statesman who served as the 34th President of the United States from 1953 to 1961. During World War II, he was Supreme Commander of the Allied Expeditionary Force in Europe and achieved the 5-star rank as General of the U.S. Army. Very few people in history have ever accomplished such a feat, one of them being our founding father, George Washington. Dwight D. Eisenhower is certainly one of my most favored leaders in American history. He was a Texan. He was a general. He was a man of God. He was a man. When they talk about make America great again, what was that era? It was the era he served as president from 1953 to 1961. Name me a better time. Before the hippies. There was no war. All penny loafers, greasers, beautiful women, natural women, masculine men, mothers at home raising children. It certainly was a different time when one man could provide and raise a family of 5-6 people. Nobody worked, just one man. That was the America that this nation was founded on. And of course, a lot of things have been thrown to the side and forgotten about. But yes, folks, thank you so much for joining us for another episode of Silver Dad Knows. Remember, you go to my description, you'll see my eBay link there, Silver Dad Knows. You hit me up. You tell me you're a subscriber, you're a patriot, you're somebody who loves my channel. I will sell you any of my coins at your choosing at my cost. I will hook you up. But yes, folks, again, God bless you. God bless your households. And as always, God bless America.